GG's. There's a lot of shit going on out here, Lord. It's a lot of shit going on out here, the daughters. Yo, GG's, the daughters, hyenas, scooped out to learn from Scuba Steve was criminating y'all. I rock with the King X. Don't forget the Kennedy doing his million march right here on YouTube, the daughter, because that's not something the highest. The daughter likes what you make it. Can't love it, can't hate it. It's gonna be strictly what you make it, GG. That's what it is. You gotta stay more aware than never. The data likes what you make it, can't love it, can't hate it. The data is simply what you make it. The data we do not man match right here on YouTube. The data because that's the not the most highest. The data we put that 2025 pyramids right here. The data, yo, GG, the data's hyenas, scoopdavas, the data. What you know? What I'm saying 50 cent the data and the Big Meech war, the data it been stirring up some fuse now. The data now 50 over here. The data he elaborated on Big Meech having a GoFundMe. We don't even know that's actually Big Meech GoFundMe, but Big Meech the data. We only got one question for you. Where the fuck is Rick Ross, the data? All this shit Rick Ross stirred up. All this shit that picture stirred up, the data. Yo, all that shit. Was that picture even that important, the data? Was that picture that even that important? The GoFundMe, the data. I thought that was the point of Rick Ross going to see you, the data. I thought Rick Ross seen you, the data, to handle that GoFundMe. If Rick Ross seen you, you shouldn't have a GoFundMe, the data, because Rick Ross seen you, the data. That's what you told 50, the data, right? You told 50 Cent, the data, that Rick Ross actually, that was a GoFundMe, the data, right? That he went there to pay your bills, the data. You got your bills paid, yo, Dada, right? You got your bills paid, the Dada. Yo, Ross, why the fuck did you stir up all this shit for me, the Dada? All this shit for me. You stirred all this shit up, the Dada. But hey, the Dada, Meech is still rival. And all publicity is good publicity, so we can't get mad at that, the Dada. All publicity is good publicity, so we ain't gonna get mad at Meech, the Dada. Meech, the Dada. This is what we gonna tell you. I hope you ain't hiding, the Dada. We know you in the halfway house. We know you over here. We know you over here think, but all publicity, good publicity, so put your, you know what I'm saying, make every bad situation good, and you could, you know what I'm saying, you could get something out of this situation, All I do, when yo, everywhere, Meech, it's like you came home, you got the billboard, on the internet, and you didn't even know about the internet, but now you know about the internet, they staying down, GG. The internet staying down, and they got you pinged, the data. So you better use this shit, the data, to go all of you rival. You super rival right now, the data. You super hella rival. Big Meech is super hella rival right now, the data. So you better use that to all the chances you get, the data, to get righteous, the data. As for Little Meech, GG, you should have never put the fucking smiley faces, the data. We didn't know that you actually put the smiley face, the data, when your father was over there dissing fucking 50 Cent, the data. You put the smiley face. And you know Boosie's gonna say, you know what I'm saying? Boosie's gonna say, have your father's back, the data, you know what I'm saying? I mean, any man's gonna say, have their father's back, the data, but you know what I'm saying? It's easy to say that, the data, when you ain't really taking care of your son, the data. It's easy to say that when you was the one doing the 20 years, the data, behind the wall, the data, another man's over here, the data, giving your son fucking gratitude and all the shit. That's, but like, we ain't saying that you ain't want to be there, but you wasn't, simply, the data. It just, it is what it is. We ain't say that you ain't want to be there. We ain't say that we know what happens when shit gets thing. We understand, the data. It's like any dude that's leaving, the data, and then someone fills in the position. We understand all that shit, the data. It's easy to say that, but when someone else is the data, we ain't say you ain't want to be there, but you wasn't there. And you couldn't be there because the situations that happened to happen, the data, and that's just what it is. That 50 stepped in, the data, so it's easy to say that shit because you ain't waste your fucking time with a nigga that you ain't had no fucking time to be wasted with, the data. It doesn't matter whose son that is, the data. It wasn't 50 son. 50 son ain't even got time for his own fucking son. So what makes you think he got time for another nigga's son, the data? What makes you think he wants to play this little fucking role? Oh, yeah, do good in school, do this, do that. Nigga 50 don't want to fucking do that shit, the data. He got enough fucking problems, the data. He don't got time to be fucking telling your son to go to rehab and do this and do that. I mean, it feels all good and seems all legit and legitimate, but it doesn't matter, it just don't go like that in the hood, and that's just what it is. So Meech should have never put the smiley face. Meech should have just stood, Little Meech should have stood the fuck out of here. I understand why 50 Cent is calling him Mimi, because nigga, you not know Little Meech, you ain't nothing near your father, you know what I'm saying? Your father was selling drugs, you're doing it, you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he's calling him Mimi because he feels like, yo, you know how Weebay's son in the wire, Weebay's son was the softest one, like, you know what I'm saying? He's saying yo, me, you good and shit like that, but you went to private school, you know what I'm saying? That's just what he's saying. That's just what he's saying.
To make claims against Big Meech and his son. Okay, according to 50 Cent, he believes that Big Meech was always jealous of the relationship between 50 and Little Meech. Okay, according to 50, he used to always tell Lil Meech to stay away from the drugs, stop spending all of your money. And at some point, according to 50, Little Meech showed up on set high and eventually had to be sent to rehab. Okay, now recently this week, Little Meech was seen doing promo videos for $500 a post. Okay, so of course 50 Cent took to IG to react to these promo videos by Big Meech. And in 50's post, he says, Big Screech got Mimi doing promo $500 a pop. Get you one while it lasts. Okay, now moments ago, 50 Cent took to IG to react to this alleged Big Meech GoFundMe page. That's right, y'all. Y'all heard me correctly. Apparently, there's a GoFundMe page out there for Big Meech to help pay his bills. Okay, now moments ago, 50 took to IG to react to Big Meech's GoFundMe page. For those who missed what 50 had to say, in his post, it reads, help Big Screech pay his $30,000 a month Airbnb. That's one of P Cribs. Shout out to Quality Control. All right, now again, that was 50 Cent reacting to the Big Meech GoFundMe page. Okay, I tried to pull up the actual link to the page. I couldn't find it. Again, messing with 50, he probably the one who created the damn GoFundMe page. Like I said, 50 Cent has been trolling Big Meech ever since Big Meech was seen hanging out with Rick Ross, right? And the funny thing is, you haven't seen Rick Ross with Big Meech, right? At least not recently, ever since the Welcome Home concert was officially canceled. Okay, so of course, a lot of speculation in regards to.
Yo, we want to know, where's Rose at? Where's Ricky Rose? You caused all this shit, Ricky Rose, you caused all this fucking shit, If it wasn't for your fucking ass, your scary ass, want to come over here, you already knew that you had this shit in mind. You already knew that this was going to cause trouble. You already knew, but you know, you want to take this, you want to take Big Meech, Big Meech don't really know it, or he really don't care about situations, so you just want to fucking manipulate this thing and take a picture with you, do a promo with you for some money, because it was maybe highly generous, but you knew what you was doing, because you didn't have to you didn't have to do that promo, so you did. So Big Meech did the promo with you, you know this shit was about to go viral, you went super viral, because it's been a while since you go super viral, and then every time you've been going super viral, you mentioning 50, like Ross, we understand. I thought you like you mentioning Drake, 50, and then you want to go to Money War. Like this imaginary money. We all know that y'all both, all three y'all got money, Like, what the fuck you want, TG? Ross, man, you different, We gotta find out what the fuck's up with Ross, Why the fuck Ross, and why the fuck Meech listen to fucking Ross, Real shit.
Where Rick Ross and his, relationship stands with Big Meech. But the point is, right now, I'm sure Big Meech is wishing he never, crossed 50 Cent, because now 50 just has too much time on his hands, right? It seems like he got at least 3 to 4 posts going at Big Meech every chance he gets, right? And not even sparing his son, because essentially now Little Meech has to figure out a way to survive, right? I just seen a video recently with Tony Yayo speaking about how, the signs were there about Little Meech blowing his money, you know what I mean? Not understanding how this business goes and being around so many of these celebrities, right? Or 50 Cent who can afford a certain lifestyle. Now it's, being said that, they ain't really got no money like that. And now that the show has been canceled, right? There won't be another season of BMF. Listen, man, it's going to be different for Big Meech and Little Meech moving forward. Again, we
Why would
heard
it be
about the
different? These
allegations
niggas got money.
involving Big Meech and Cuffy and the Tammy Cohen. And again, all of that stuff is alleged because, when you're talking about the streets and, people being accused of rat, and these are serious allegations, right? And 50 Cent being from the streets, this is why people feel like 50 was already privy to these allegations, right? And, at some point, 50 doing his due diligence, I'm sure he would have did his homework before doing business with Big Meech, right? But now that Meech essentially crossed 50, now it's like, you know what? Now I'm going to be petty, right? Now I want to do a docuseries with this Tammy Cohen, you know what I mean? Regardless if there's any truth to the claims or not, every chance 50 get, he just being petty in every post, even exposing Little Meech in the messages of Meech trying to check, check the temperature between them two and where they stand. I mean, listen, 50 just sitting back and enjoying the show. Okay, it still hasn't been confirmed as to what was the official reason for the cancellation of the Big Meech Welcome Home concert. It just happened so quickly, and 50 took to IG to take credit for it. Like I said, some would say 50 is responsible for the success of BMF, right, in this new wave with the show, and now 50 wants to take credit for destroying the run that he helped start. And you know what I mean? It's crazy. Blowing money fast. Listen, it's not looking good out here right now. And again, is there any truth to this GoFundMe page? Like I said, I did my due diligence to try to locate the official link. I couldn't find it.
Me either.
But again, knowing 50, like I said, he probably created the damn GoFundMe page, man. Like I said, I'm sure Big Meech at this point wishing he never, crossed 50 Cent, because 50 is in position to greenlight all of these situations. You know what I mean? He can mess around and deal with someone that's considered Big Meech's ops. You know what I mean? Tell that story. This is what happens when you cross somebody like 50 Cent. And recently, he's been going at everybody. Joe Budden, anybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? He's sparing no one, including Meech and his son. So, listen, y'all, like I said, I'm not sure, what else could come from this situation, but, 50, he's not letting up. We seen he still keeps his foot on Diddy's neck, even though Diddy's going through his legal situation. And I'm sure at this point, 50 isn't letting up for Big Meech, nor his son, man. So at this point, I guess people have to wait and hear exactly what was the reason for the concert being suddenly canceled moments before showtime. And again, like I said, by Meech not being.
Where's Rick Ross at? That's what we want to know. Where the hell is Rick Ross? Where's Rick Ross at, GG? Like, where's Rick Ross at? 50 got beat for Little Meech, for me.
Break. It's so stupid. These guys used to be like besties, they'd have sleepovers, I don't know what turned this, but LeBron gave Drake really bad advice with the Pusha T, and Drake, you better never get back with LeBron again as friends, because this guy is a snake. He's a snake, bro. He's a great basketball player, but he's a snake.
He learned from
Megan Kunif. Okay, so she deletes her Instagram account after 50 Cent puts up just after 9 minutes. Is this true? Wait. I got to make sure that he didn't just put the wrong name. So Megan Kunif is a reporter for Courts, right? And she reported on the Tory Lanez case. That's where everybody even knows about her a little bit. She hates Tory Lanez. Okay, anything about she's a Megan. Her name's Megan.
Oh.
Wait, hold on one sec. Let me double check, because that's pretty crazy if she deleted her account. Megan Kunif. She did not delete her account. He put the wrong Megan Kunif in. I just checked her account. The rise of reporter, instinct favorite, court insider. Come on, man. Anyways, then we got Boosie and 50 Cent. Boosie is reacting to the Big Meech concert being canceled. He was on the bill. Now, I heard more of it because I subscribed. So I saw he said that he was in the Louis store when he found out it was canceled. It was canceled. Then, he's asked, why was it canceled? I have no idea. He said, I have no idea why it was canceled. Then he came up with a theory that he said was fact, that the feds came through with some papers to shut it down. Why would the feds shut down a Big Meech concert? He's not even going to be there. They were checking to see if he was going to be there, maybe, but he wasn't going to be there. I think he's on monitor, so they know he's not going to be there, right? But they made that up. This is what really happened. They did not sell enough tickets, but Boosie doesn't want to put that out there because he was on the bill, and he doesn't want to be known for not being able to sell tickets. You can't sell arena tickets, Boosie. You do clubs, and that's fine. You make a great living doing that. But ain't nobody buying Boosie's music right now. They going in for his old music, and they like Boosie, and they want to see him. So they come out to the clubs, and he's booking like 20K per show. So it's a fact. Boosie's love down south.
Damn, Boosie, you put a Fed tag on. You said that the Feds came and shut it down, when it was niggas didn't sell no tickets. That's different right there. That's different, Damn, Boosie, Boosie. They calling y'all assault, Gigi. They say you different,
He got a genuine kind of love for 50 on his response. But, my response, nigga, fuck you, nigga. Nigga, that's my daddy. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. Nigga, let's go to war, nigga, fuck you. And everything you, nigga, fuck you. I don't know what Meech was on something. Nigga, that's my paw, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Right, wrong, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Is my son, nigga, my nigga ain't gonna go against this grain. Fuck that. I was like, damn, seemed like him and 50 got a, because after that then came out how Meech was talking all, no, nigga, fuck all y'all. I'm with my dad, nigga.
Y'all act like Boosie
ain't like his response. It seemed like
y'all act like Boosie was dissing 50. He just saying he would have wrote with his dad, right or wrong. Simple. 50 understood what Boosie was getting at, man. Y'all tripping, Yeah, but he understands us, but that's Boosie. But 50 saying, so you telling him to saying fuck me, but I did more than him, nigga, than anybody else did. What you saying? Fuck me for what? For a picture? He should have just stood out there. You should have just stood out of the situation. I did more for Mimi than anyone, and whoever this is, y'all tripping, y'all 50 did not take that shit lightly, Why you think he ain't posting that shit for no reason? Like he understands. He said, when I saw him laughing at his pop's post, when he put the smile in, he said that, oh yeah, he's gonna ride with his pops. This nigga 50 is actually saying, when I seen Lil Meech about to ride with his pops, when I seen that shit, that's when I knew it was a rap, That's when I knew it was a rap. That's when I knew I was going to let him go, That's when I knew I was going to fuck with him no more, That's when I left him. That's why I left him over there, That's why I left him over there, That's what's the real situation why I left him. He was laughing at his dad's post, and I took care of him. Now that he's laughing at his dad's post, he could stay with his damn dad, What are you talking about? So 50 Cent says, yeah, that's exactly why he's staying with his pops, What are you talking about? Yeah, he did. He practically said, fuck me, You know what I'm saying? On the low ski. And him saying, fuck me, got him where he's going to be at. Right there. That's where he's going to be at. Right there. That's exactly where he's going to be at. Right where his pops, What do you think this is, Some fucking game, Yeah, even if he said it gently, he should have never got into it, Now he can stay over there with his fucking pops, and tell his pops to look out for him, because it's his pops, but now we warring, so you already know where it is, y'all, but stay the fuck over there, GG. Real shit. Y'all just better stay over there, Now Cuffy's out.
Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you set your bell notification so you know when I'm dropping a video, man. I gotta keep it real. Dion Cuffy Gatlin, the St. Louis native. You heard? Drug kingpin, ex-drug kingpin, serving 27 years in the feds down in Kentucky. He's not letting up, y'all. I got to keep it real. He's not letting up, y'all. We know exactly what's going on with Dion Cuffy Gatlin. He's saying that he was set up by Tammy Cowens, who is connected to Big Meech. I got to be real. He has not changed his tune. You heard? Dion Cuffy Gatlin, the St. Louis kingpin, ex-kingpin, has not changed his tune about Big Meech. I'm going to be real. Everything he's saying, I've heard before. You heard? But he's talking again. He's continuing to talk, and it's getting louder. Yeah, it's getting louder. Oh, man, this might be nasty for Big Meech. I got to be real because he's becoming more convincing and convinced every time I hear him. Shout out to Sean G. The podcast was sold. You heard, with another exclusive. If y'all want to see the full video, go over to podcast. The podcast was sold. He definitely pushing that fire. Now, let's get into the content. Let's get into how you met him, Cuffy. How do you even know Big Meech? Pay attention, y'all, because this going to get nasty. Salute.
Cuffy, where you at? You in Lexington?
Yeah, I'm in Lexington, Kentucky,
Okay. Now, Cuff, you and Meech was down together at one point, right?
Correct.
When did y'all get down together?
1991.
Y'all go back to 1991?
1991, homie.
Now he knows your family, he knows Tamara, he knows everybody.
Yeah, he goes way back, homie. We just found the Tamara's gonna post a picture with you when she was 4 years old. She's 34 now. She's gonna post a picture with her and Meech sitting on the couch at my mom's house. She was 4 years old, yo. 90s, man. We bought homes in Atlanta. We moved our families to Atlanta, homie, in the early 90s. I ate at this nigga's mom's table. He ate at my mom's table. Feel me?
Wow.
So that's how close they are. Man, I tell you, I ain't gonna lie. Dion Cuffy Gatlin tells a very riveting story. I gotta be real. This is how he knows Big Meech. Since 91, that's over 30 years. Over 30 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, pushing 40. You heard? But over 30 years ago is how he met Big Meech. Now let us know how you met Tammy Cowan, my G. Salute.
My man's paperwork don't look good, Cuff.
All right, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's really simple, Sean. In early 2013, Meech called me and told me, yo, homie, I got some good people. You know what I mean? Got some good people, got some good numbers. I can't rap right now. Tammy gonna hit you in a minute. An hour later, homie, Tammy called me and put me with the feds. It's really simple, homie.
And I don't know why Big Meech thought that he was gonna get from doing what he doing, you know what I'm saying, to come into the rap game, and knowing that Jay-Z ain't gonna allow that shit. That's how Jay-Z's the one that set up arenas, nigga. You gonna be setting up a whole arena, and you gonna be doing all this shit, like, what the hell? Jay-Z ain't gonna allow that shit, GG. You know, Jay-Z got everybody, in the music industry got everything against you, Yeah, they gonna smile. And that's the thing about the industry, The industry's fake, They gonna show some fake love, So once you get to being in the industry, and having all that fake love, shit, situation going to hit. It's way different. Situation is way different. Gets way more scary. That's a straight fact. That's a straight fact, GG.
It's really, really simple. This shit is not complicated, man.
Now, Cuff, I want to go ahead, man. Now, when you initially reached out to Tammy, you was just interested in the movie joint.
Yeah, actually, Meech put me with Tammy back around 08, 09, and this is strictly dealing with the movie.
This call is from a federal prison.
My job was to come up with the movie script and find a motion picture house to take the deal. And at that particular time, she had his life rights. So of course, she would have to take the meetings with myself and Louis Burrell, which is MC Hammer's big brother out of Oakland.
Okay.
Which is my man. We go way back.
Wow. His story has not changed, ladies and gentlemen. This lady is very dangerous. I don't know who to believe, but this lady, I'm damn sure ain't believe. She's very dangerous. But he also goes on to say how it was a superseding indictment, y'all. Because a lot of people thought that the case fell apart. You heard? Because, allegedly, it's in the paperwork. She was having an affair with one of the detectives. Pay attention, y'all.
As far as the case with Tammy.
Yeah, she was having an affair with the detective, bro. That's what we've been telling people. But look I don't know why Big Meech thought that he was just gonna come from the feds, start starting up concerts, not that he can't do it, but setting up going into the music industry. Music industry is all smiles, fake smiles, fake lives, They know how to play it well, to just get to it, and leave, They actually don't give a fuck about no loyalty, none of that shit, And it's fucked up, Yeah, you show some that this shows a prime example, When you look out for motherfuckers, you looking out for so many motherfuckers. You look out for enough motherfuckers ain't gonna look out for you back, Look at. Maybe niggas is looking out for me, on the low, but damn, this is a prime example, right here, that you could look out for so many people, and you don't have to know, oh yeah, I looked out for him. I didn't even know this nigga, I looked out for him. I didn't even know this thing. I looked out for so many people. No one gives a fuck, They just trying to get back to they trying to fake smiles, fake smiles, fake love, GG. Fake love, You should have known that.
In her cooperate, did that case fall apart? And did you get sentenced with that, or you down on the gun joints?
The case never fell apart. The case was in trouble. So what the government did was supersede me. If you look through the documents, you'll see the word superseding indictment. That just means to add on. So they indicted me on 2 homicides.
Why would they want a nigga like Big Meech, a nigga like Big Meech, coming in the game, and fucking it all up, coming to the game, and fucking it all up. This is a nigga who had the same amount of money as fucking, they say the same amount of money as Jay-Z, nigga, billion plus, off the streets, You think they gonna let him in the game, They ain't trying to let him in the game, You got niggas like Jay-Z, they ain't gonna allow them no shit like that, They ain't allow shit. They ain't gonna allow no shit like that, That's why it was no crazy ass, you know what I'm saying? None of the no Rock Nation artists is going over there, That's just like, it's different.
So the only way that the government would even have jurisdiction is if the drugs charge are still there. It's called the predicate. So the predicate is what triggers the 924.
What's the 924, Cup?
It's a gun charge.
Okay.
Yeah, but these people rap about these people's lives, so they don't want these real niggas to come in, and take over the game, They ain't allowing that shit, They don't want that shit to come in. Why would they want this nigga to be popping up with poppers, and make a concert just because it's there? Yo, come over here, Yeah, perform over here, perform over here, make a whole concert and shit like that.
924C, 924J, that's what I have.
Okay.
Based on the drug trafficking, based on the Meech and Tammy drug conspiracy.
Crazy. I gotta be real. So we all know Cuffy, he has 2 gun charges that he pled to, right? But he was initially facing 2 bodies, right? So the big question is out here. Did you rap? We got to be honest. That's just one of the questions. Hold up. Did you tell? He answers that too. Pay attention.
What about the homicide joints?
So they dropped the homicide joint in exchange for me taking 2 gun charges. That's the 924C and the 924J, yo.
House and whatnot, they don't matter, but they wondering like, you know, are you a rat? Or did you cooperate in any kind of way? Can you clean that up for us, man?
Well, you know, the documents speak for themselves. I find that's funny, homie. I mean, you can check my record, homie. Just tell them check my record, homie.
I ain't gonna hold you. Check his record, y'all. You heard? If he told, let me know so I can put it up. But there's nothing out there saying that he rat. That was just speculation due to the fact that he was facing 2 bodies and ended up getting it dropped to 2 guns. So y'all get in the comment section and let me know how y'all feel about that. But there's no paperwork out there. He said, check my paperwork. I'm legit. You heard? I ain't gonna hold you. This is when he found out Tammy Cowens was no good. This is nasty work, y'all. Pay attention.
When did you find out Tammy was no good? At the Frank's hearing?
No, as soon as the sting went down, I found out that she was no good. I didn't know his role. So immediately immediately after the sting, my attorney sent Meech correspondence saying, yo, Cup need to holler at you. Your friend Tammy put him in a real bad jam with the police. I heard nothing back from him. My lawyers, he don't respond, period. And so we've been trying to contact this nigga all during the Frank's hearing and everything, homie. No response.
Imagine that, y'all. Imagine you got caught up in something, okay, but you sitting around and you saying to yourself, imagine that. You saying to yourself, this is my man since 91. This is my man since 91. He not even answering the phone for your lawyer no more. He know you jammed up. He's jammed up. And he's not even answering your call, nothing. Since 91, he ate at your mother's table. Now he acting like he don't know you. Ain't that a little bit strange, y'all? I gotta be real. Is that a little bit strange or not? Get in my comment section. Let me know. Hey, look, I'm only breaking down the news, y'all. I'm breaking down what Dion Cuffy Gatlin, the ex-kingpin, you heard from St. Louis, well-respected, is actually saying. But this is where it gets a little tricky because he was on the phone with 50. Yeah, apparently he was on the phone with 50. And there's one thing that him and 50 could agree with when it comes to this Big Meech whole saga that's been going on. Pay attention.
But you put money in Meech's hand. He didn't put no money in your hand.
Nigga, they ain't have nothing, homie. And when I talk to 50, you understand what I'm saying? One thing that we both agreed on that this nigga's ungrateful. You understand? No, this nigga ain't have nothing, man. I mean, he was doing a little bullshit hustling. But when we got him down to the loo, homie, I put the nigga hustle game on 10. Now let the nigga touch his first $1 million, the nigga cried.
Damn, Dada. He trying to say, Dada, look, I gave this nigga this, I gave this nigga that, Dada. Nigga was ungrateful, Dada. And 50 trying to say the same shit, Dada. Niggas be ungrateful, Dada, these days, Dada. Is Meech ungrateful, Dada? Or is Meech just like, yo, ain't nobody actually doing shit for me, Dada?
Homie, you feel me?
Now, Cuff, you ain't heard. When was the last time you spoke to him, man?
The last time I spoke to this brother, man, and we go back 30 plus years, just to communicate that to your audience. 30 plus years, homie. The last time I talked to this nigga, homie, was when he put me with them people. You understand? When he told me Tammy gonna be calling me early 2013, homie.
I ain't gonna hold you. This is wild, nasty work, and I gotta be real. Stay out the streets. These guys do these to each other. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. It's just being put out there now. These guys is constantly stabbing each other in the back.
Out for the last
you heard?
Years,
nobody wants to do that time.
Cuffy been yelling this shit out. Cuffy been yelling this out. years, Dada. 6 years ago, Dada. Cuffy been saying this, Dada. This ain't nothing new. Shit ain't nothing new, Dada. But Cuffy, I don't know. Like, Cuffy ain't telling the whole truth, though. But that's what I'm saying. Every time you ask about Tammy, Dada, he says that, oh, he met Tammy. He met Tammy when me send it to her, Dada. And we got to ask that shit directly. Instead of going around,
Smash that like button, smash the
going around the bush.
concert. Not even Boosie posted the concert. We're gonna get to Boosie in a second, man.
It's the first time it's ever been done. Me performing BMF with the icon himself.
Look at Big Meech, man. What a like think about it, where it's at now.
But Boosie,
this guy really doesn't even really know Rick Ross. Rick Ross has never done anything for him. I don't care all the like myths you guys have in your head. Like,
how does this nigga know that, Dada? How does this nigga know that, Dada?
Rick Ross before he went to jail, he did not. Show me a picture. Show me a picture. He didn't. He didn't know Rick Ross before he went to jail. Rick Ross didn't even make it until the guy was locked up. Okay, Rick Ross was a nobody till Hustlin' dropped. You kidding me? Oh no, Rick Ross was moving bricks. Lies. Just CO. And then he was like an underling writing for like Trina and everybody. Like, come on, man. He's making his money now. Look at the people on the flyer. Little Baby, Rick Ross, 21 Savage, Sexy Red. Little Baby. Okay, now let's get to Boosie's. I can't say he's lying. I think he's just making things up as he's trying to cover for Big Meech. Okay. That's what he's doing. I can't say he's blatantly lying. He's trying to act like he's more in the know than he is. He doesn't really know Big Meech like that. He's thirsty to know Big Meech like that because Big Meech is an icon in the hip hop industry. Always has been. He's a myth. He didn't do anything in the music business. It's that everyone's always trying to portray they're the biggest drug deal in all their music, right?
So that's why he's fucked up trying to get into the music. That's why he's fucked up trying to get into the music game. You know they ain't gonna let you in this shit, Dada. You should know that shit. You should know that shit. Niggas be playing games.
Investigation still open. That's why I'm telling people. Investigation, all of you going through trial or you in jail, they still listen to your calls. They, you know what I'm saying? Why you in jail or the prison? You know what I'm saying? So why put yourself in that predicament to add more people to your case load?
Yo, sus.
Hey, what's up?
What's the deal? It's Cuff.
How you doing?
Got it. What's the deal?
Okay, so everybody wants to know the difference between the two, or actually three, what I had asked you to describe. Can you break that down for them, please?
Okay, run the question by me again real quick. You know, we only have 15 minutes, so run it by me.
Okay, so it's three of them: safety valve, 5K1, and Rule 35.
Okay. The 5K1 is cooperation. Of course, Rule 35 is also cooperation. The reason why there's a difference because 5K1, that's when a person starts working or cooperating at the beginning of their case. From the moment they get in the police car, I got something to tell you. I got something to tell you. So Rule 35 is an application that's filed after guys sit up in the joint and or just don't cooperate in the beginning of the case. And a lot of times Rule 35s are always applied after your sentence. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you have a lot of niggas that go through trial, losing trial, now they want to talk because they thought they was going to win in trial. So then the government has to present the court for what's called a Rule 35. And that's where your third-party cooperation come in. Safety valve. Congress created the safety valve particularly for people who were caught up in the middle of big conspiracies that played minor roles or no role.
Okay.
So there's two safety valves. You have a safety valve where you go in and tell it all, or you have a safety valve where you were just caught up in someone else's mess.
Okay.
So those are the distinctions.
Okay. And so far, what are you feeling about how your situation is going and what you were pulled into as far as, you know, like Meech getting out right now? Mm-hmm. And he could have done a lot of things that could have prevented you from not even being involved in this case.
Meech could have showed up and killed the government's whole case. But Meech couldn't do that. The reason why Meech couldn't do that because there's a such thing as a 5-year penalty for lying to a federal agent. So at some point, Meech and Tammy Collins were debriefed. And when you're debriefed, you're talking to a federal agent. And the reason why they have that penalty involved, just so you can't walk back your statements or walk back your cooperation once you started cooperating. You understand?
Yeah.
So allegedly, Meech sent me a truckload of cocaine from jail through another party. So at some point, Meech was aware that there's a possibility that I can go to trial. And so Meech only concern, if you read the report and recommendation, that Flannery's only concern was that his name does not show up in the paperwork. Well, of course, the government couldn't ensure that. The only way they can ensure that happen is that Cuff don't go to trial. And so the government ensured him that with Cuff's lengthy record, he won't go to trial.
What?
Of course.
Oh my God! Out of all,
so to show you how things work, Tammy Collins was caught fucking a federal agent, the lead agent, Special Agent Keith Cromer. So if you read the paperwork, you'll see that name also.
I read that, yeah.
And he was a black agent who started fucking Tammy. You feel me?
Yeah.
So another big coincidence, or I know it's not a coincidence, was Tammy's lead agent was the agent that brought the BMF indictment, Special Agent Jack Harvey.
Okay.
So what a coincidence, right?
Right.
The agent that put Meech away also was Tammy's handler at the DEA. You feel me?
No.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know these facts. You know what I mean?
Every single thing about the situation doesn't even make sense of how they could even have you in jail this long.
No. It really does not. But it just shows you how nasty this system is. And to keep these records sealed for so long, the public need to be filing what's called a Freedom of Information Act.
Okay.
My case is older than 10 years, so the threat is gone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So why are my documents still sealed? So eventually, hopefully, we can get these documents unsealed if enough people file the Freedom of Information Act to have the documents unsealed. So you'll really see this car was rolled. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
So you really see Meech's role.
I have another question. Is there any information that Meech had access to that because you guys were friends, and so any involvement that you've had with him, right? If the feds know about something, that Meech would have had, he would have had to be the one to tell them. So is there any information in the documents that that he was, able to have access to?
Listen. No one knew about the amount of drugs coming and what Demetrius Flannery was to get off each kilo, but me, Demetrius Flannery, and Fidel Suarez. No one else knew these things, and these things are in the documents. They're in what's called the affidavit in support of a wiretap. So this goes before a magistrate under the penalty of perjury. So in order for the agent to take this to a magistrate, he's under the penalty of perjury. You feel me?
Wow.
So if you think these white boys gonna risk their career, risk going to jail, you know what I mean?
No.
To get a wiretap, to bring about an indictment, you got to be crazy. So at some point, Meech was debriefed. In order for that agent to have confidence in taking this warrant to a magistrate to get a wiretap. So in that affidavit in support.
This call is from a federal prison.
You have how much drugs is in this truckload of cocaine. You got how much Flannery was to receive off each kilo of cocaine. Who else knew these things? How did anybody else know these details?
Meech.
There you go.
He had to tell him that.
There you go. He had to sit down and be debriefed.
So
everything that happens in the dark comes to the light. 50's been protecting him because I understand 50's protecting his bag.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But at some point, 50 was going to have to come to the other side because now you're talking about fucking with 50 met for 50 money. One thing we know about 50, he care about that bag.
He does.
You feel me?
He does.
And you can't be this hardcore nigga from the world and be in business with government informants. Tammy Collins and Demetrius Flannery.
No.
You can't do both.
You can't.
You understand?
And they can't. And I know that they came to 50 as though they was all real. You know, they was loyal.
Ain't no doubt.
You know,
ain't no doubt. And let me say this very clearly to 50's credit. We just now got the paperwork into his hands. And one of the homies put it personally in 50's hands. You feel me?
Yep.
And so we've been trying to get at him and get this paperwork to him for the longest. So to 50's credit, he's just now gotten the paperwork. And you see he's coming out now.
Oh, he's swinging. Cuff. Last night, we were laughing because we went to a comedy show, right? So all of a sudden, when you had hit me and was like, you know, he had put something up on his page, right? What I saw, we were sitting there. My friends was in the car. Cuff. I had to explain to them like 10 times. Yo, y'all's not going to that concert. Y'all not going to that concert. And they're like, you getting in the middle of, I said, no. And I just had to tell them, Cuff, it hurt me. And I don't got nothing to do with this, right? It hurt me because I had to let them know, check this out. When I got locked up and I came home and you hoes was false flagging with the bitch that put me in, I said, and let me, this don't not, exact, I said, if y'all switch sides on me, you go take pictures with the motherfucking op. This is how it was broke down. He put Goodfellas up. He put the movie Goodfellas up. I couldn't even, they was like, we don't get it. I said, yo, when the nigga went to jail in Goodfellas when he was a shorty, he didn't tell. They was praising him. He got out. They was all on him. They praised him. I said, at the end of the movie, y'all ain't paying attention. This get me hyped again.
He was waiting to happen. You feel me?
I said, when the nigga went to jail at the end of the movie, y'all didn't see he went to jail. He told. I said, you didn't get that? And then 50 Cent said it without saying. I said, y'all don't follow the mafia and the gangster movies enough. I said, the nigga just told you that he told you what to watch on Roku, never tell on your friends.
Well, everybody else got it, baby. I'm sorry your girlfriends didn't get it, but everybody else got it. And it's gonna be more to come. Because what we asked him to do when we put the paperwork in his hands, my man asked him, man, would you just read out, you just put out what we giving you.
Yeah. Just the facts is on the floor. It's on the floor. What's up? Why you ain't looking at it? You stepping over it.
You feel me? And one thing about me, sis, niggas know I ain't playing no games about nothing. I don't do no faking. I don't do no capping. You know what I mean?
Right.
I ain't no spiteful nigga. What we do in our city, we celebrate the real, man. You feel me?
Definitely.
And only so many people gonna get this and respect this.
This call is from a federal prison.
Well, let me tell you, he already told the world, look, if the ratings ain't good, it will be the end of BMF, but it's gonna be the end of BMF anyway. You can't never in your life.
He's gonna have to separate himself from some government informants, man, if he wants to continue. If you look at what 50's success comes from, it comes from him being a street nigga who made it legally.
Yeah.
And so his street credibility, you have to have that in order to be a rap. Why do you think all the rappers are flocking to him?
Right.
So if you look at the rappers because they need street credibility, most of these niggas are rapping about other niggas. They ain't did nothing themselves.
Exactly.
Most of them are capping. So why you think you always see rap niggas posing with pictures of real street niggas? You feel me?
Exactly.
So that's about niggas trying to sell albums and have some street credibility.
Yeah. That's why
if you look at who do the concert for him, the nigga Rick Ross.
That's done.
This nigga was a correctional officer.
Yeah, that's done.
You feel me? So I'm just being factual.
Yeah. And look, it ain't even.
You have to link yourself to real street dudes so you can still continue to put out good music.
Exactly.
He has good music. But I know the difference between an entertainer and a nigga from the streets. You understand? There's a difference.
For real.
My homeboy from the D was like, he argued with me yesterday. He kept arguing with me like, you don't understand or know what's going on. I said, check this out. I said, you'll see it for yourself and you'll hear it for yourself when we put the podcast out. I said, I don't gotta, make you believe me, none of that. I said, and I told him,
it's real simple. Demetrius Flannery called me, Big Meech or whatever you all want to call him. He called me in 2013 and told me, yo, bro, I got some good people. Holler at Tammy, she gonna fill you in. Let's get it. That's our code word. Tammy put the play together and put me with a federal agent. So 4 years later, when we got the documents and Tammy testified, Special Agent Keith Cromer testified that Demetrius Flannery was aware of the deal for him to get a time cut. Demetrius Flannery only had one worry and one demand, that his name was not in any documents. The government informed Flannery that they cannot guarantee that. The only way that they can guarantee his name won't be in any documents is if Cuff don't go to trial.
Right.
This shit is simple, man.
Damn.
This shit is simple, man. And for all you niggas that think I'm a newcomer, I go all the way back to 1991 with this nigga. 1991 with this nigga. This nigga didn't have nothing when I met him. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I feel what 50 feeling about this nigga being ungrateful. You feel me? So that's what 50 is all about. This nigga's ungrateful.
Yeah. And I
put $1 million in this nigga pocket. This nigga didn't have nothing when I met him.
Right.
So this nigga's ungrateful.
Very
you feel me?
ungrateful.
So yo, man, this thing finna cut off, man. I thank you, man, and
thank you. I love and appreciate you,
man. You feel me?
Yes, I'll be in touch for sure. I greatly
appreciate my nigga Nelly, I love him, son.
Okay, I got you.
Hey, keep pushing that dope, man.
Yes,
keep pushing that real shit, man.
And send us the exact, terminology for what we need to send to help you get up out of there.
Yes.
Just hit me up, man. Stay in touch, man. Love y'all.
I love you too.
Peace.
Yes. Man, girl.
You heard it from Cuffy right there itself. Cuffy kept it 1,000. Do y'all think Big Meech is ungrateful, or he's just used to having it his way, because he's a boss, so he used to have it only his way, he can't see no other way, but you know what? Life ain't just one way, bro. Life is always You know what I'm saying? It can't just be one way, GG, and that's a fact.
During his time, would suddenly say, I don't want to be here no more. I'm going to become a rat bastard.
This mess with Lil Meech, 50 Cent, and Big Meech is getting real crazy. Like it's turning into a full-blown showdown. If you haven't been keeping up, there's been some serious tension building between them. And 50 Cent ain't holding back at all. Recently, he's been out here putting Big Meech on blast, exposing what he claims is all the snitching Big Meech has been doing behind the scenes. And trust, this ain't just some minor accusation. 50 is calling him out in public, making sure the whole world knows what's up. Now, as you can imagine, that sent Lil Meech into full defense mode. And to make matters worse, Big Meech's Welcome Back Legacy concert, meant to be a major celebration of his return, just got canceled. That was supposed to be a big moment, a statement that Meech's influence was still alive and thriving, but instead, it's like the whole event got shut down before it could even happen. People are wondering if it was pressure from law enforcement, internal issues, or if 50 himself played a role in the downfall. Either way, it's making this entire situation even messier. Of course, Lil Meech wasn't about to just sit back and let his father's name get dragged through the mud like that. He confronted 50 straight up, making it clear that he wasn't going to let anyone tarnish his dad's legacy. And let's be real, when it comes to loyalty, Lil Meech rides hard for his father. Now, if you don't know who Big Meech is, let me put you on real quick. We're talking about Demetrius Big Meech.
Listen to what Meech says to the detective, though. This detective says about Meech. The detective, he got some words. This detective right here, he got some words, bro.
People misconstrue sometimes things, or maybe whatever, or maybe I'm wrong. But you know what I mean? There's no, like, people think there's some super secret underworld and whatever. Judges and the Department of Justice and judges and all, they're separate. You know, the U.S. court system is separate from the FBI, separate from law enforcement. And when you bring something to them, if you have something that documents need to be sealed or to protect people, whatever, there's a procedure of doing that. But if you cooperate, there's no secret way of sentencing people or whatever. There's court documents that can be searched for that. So if he cooperated in the beginning, and I never heard of it. So it's cheap. What are they going to cooperate in jail on? You know what I mean? Like, I don't see that as being true.
Maybe
I don't think it's
cooperated inside and gave up information, which
you would see that you would see it though. You would see the reduction in the sentence. You know what I mean? There would be something like there's a thing called a Rule 35, and that's a post-conviction cooperation agreement. And what can happen is, and I did a Rule 35 once where a guy who we had in jail said, hey, listen, I know where this guy who murdered somebody is. He's hiding in the DR, and here he is. So sure enough, we got him out of the DR. Then he was like, hey, I know it is 100 kilos. It's in this house in Queens, and these guys are going to show up in a Saturday to take it out. And we intercepted that load. So we went to the judge and said, he got a cooperation agreement, and you sentenced him to 15 years in jail. He just gave us this. Can you do anything for him? And the judge took like 10 years off his sentence. So if he got a Rule 35, you would know about it. There's a court hearing. You can't hide stuff like that. There's no super secret court that hides that stuff. Like if you get a reduction, it's going to show. You know?
What's good, y'all? It is Timasa, my man. So before we continue, please remember to drop a like and subscribe. Once again, drop a like.
And then you heard what? And then this nigga fucking Yayo playing the dangerous game. The Dada. You heard what Yayo said? The Dada. Yayo's different. The Dada. He wants to sit there and fucking act like, me said little baby came in with a pocket full of money, didn't give me nothing. He said it in front of me. And you actually think this nigga actually said that though? Like this nigga, this nigga Yayo is different, bro.
Tony Yayo was the epitome of loyal. It doesn't matter what 50's got going on. He has never switched up, never switched sides. You never see Tony Yayo out here rocking with any of 50's enemies. You never see 50 out here rocking with any of Tony Yayo's enemies. These two been cool, been down for a long, long time. Well, we all know about Big Meech and 50 Cent. Big Meech was working with 50 Cent while he was locked up. He got him introduced to his son, Lil Meech. 50 Cent did put Lil Meech through acting school, hooked him up with a job on the BMF show portraying his dad, and allegedly has got the Flannery family about $5 million. Well, that word loyalty I said in the beginning, that's key with 50 Cent. He doesn't like folks that aren't loyal to him, especially if you're going to go want to rock with his ops. Like, ask the game. The game was like, hey, I want to make music with Fat Joe, and I want to make music with Jadakiss, and that was when they had their issues with 50. Cut him off, let him go, and he still ain't been able to get back, regardless of how many times he talks about he wants to be part of a G-Unit reunion. And not happening. Then he goes and says FG Unit. Then he comes back and says he wants to. It doesn't matter what he says. 50 ain't rocking with him no more. Those days are done. Same thing with Lloyd Banks. He showed some disloyalty to 50. You don't see him around 50 Cent no more. That's how 50 operates. So when Big Meech went down south, went to Rick Ross down in Atlanta and was taking pictures with Rick Ross, was promoting Rick Ross's car show, and he made Rick Ross the headliner at his concert. You know what that did. That sparked 50's issues with the loyalty, and he cut Big Meech off. Now, 50 Cent is the master manipulator. He's the master chess player. So he's been working with Tammy Cowens. He knows this lady that's been the alleged third-party snitch for Big Meech. So he started airing out Big Meech because, bro, if you're going to rock with my enemies, a friend of my enemy is also my enemy, bro, because you can't play both sides. And he should have known that 50 Cent and Rick Ross was ops. Bad look for Big Meech. What he's done, he done messed up the bag with 50. He done got his son fired from the show. The show done got canceled. 50 Cent ain't messing with him, and his concert got canceled. All of that from that picture with Rick Ross. Anyway, let's take a look at this clip from Tony Yayo as he explains what happened between 50 Cent and Big Meech. Let's tune in.
You know that nigga 50 crazy, man. 50's crazy. You know what's crazy? We went to Meech's house. We sat down with him, Lil Meech, and, I thought, big things in the future was coming, because he was talking about stories about motherfuckers jumping in cars with bricks, and he just was telling the war stories that was amazing, where I was mesmerized, and, him and 50 was kicking it, and everything was good. you know, and then you fast forward to the Ross thing, you know, and that's when everything kind of went left, you know, and, you know, BMF was the last niggas to do it in the game. You know, my album came out in 2005. Them niggas was fucking lit, you know, but I think something with 50 is like 50 is the type of nigga I think certain niggas just don't want him to be in the driver's seat all the time. That's how it seemed, because it just seemed like a bad deal. You know, you was with 50, he's talking about stuff in the future, he made your family money, you know, you would think you would be a little bit appreciative, but
Tacoma Golf Clubs, forged by fire in the depth of the earth and crafted by wizards. Piercing red-hot golf shots.
Like you said, he's ungrateful. He wants to be by himself. So
motherfuckers don't have to be loyal to 50 in business. That's how I guess that's how Meech felt, because he's his own boss. You know, but when you take Little Meech and you put him in fucking acting school, you know, you take him from Detroit. I remember him rapping when he was rapping and nobody was helping him from what I seen. Because I remember when Lil Meech was rapping. Nobody helped him, and then 50 put him in acting school, kept it on the low, and he made all this money. You understand what I'm saying? But to be young and have money is crazy, because we was young and had money before, so I understand. Motherfucker got Richard Millie's, Lil Meech got Richard Millie's Chrome Heart jeans, 10,000. I buy some Chrome Hearts for 10,000. I might wear them shits for a month, bro. $10,000 jeans, you know, shit. We was buying Red Monkeys. Them shits is what $1,000 back in the days. Now everything is like triple the price when it comes to drip. So it's like, I understand him being young and all that, but when we go to your crib and me and Murder sitting in the backyard and you like, yo, little baby ain't give me no money. He came in a Ferrari truck. He had the Ferrari truck. He had 4 pockets full. I'm looking at this nigga like, yo, this nigga tripping. Like,
what the fuck?
Little baby he's not obligated to give you nothing. I looked at it like, from that point, maybe 50 should have bought a bag for Meech and maybe a watch or something.
Yo,
so obviously that's what Ross did or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I had in mind.
He's so corny. He's so corny, nigga. They don't like Baby. I don't think they like Little Baby since he took that picture. He had him hanging with Diddy. Yo, that shit. Yo, that's funny as fuck, nigga. He said he comes over here, he got 4 pockets full. Ain't that 4 Yo.
He said it to me and Murder, and I'm sitting there analyzing it like, damn, this nigga wanted some bread, or maybe he spent all the bread because he made a couple of million with 5. My whole thing is maybe the relationship would be good is if you save some money for your pops when he came home. But I understand how it is to be a young black man with money and you don't make the right decisions. And people say it all the time with athletes, rappers, actors. You know what I mean? You gotta think, when you look at Lil Meech, no disrespect to him, but you hanging in Atlanta with Thugger, Gunna, and them niggas at that point, them niggas got super bread. So even if you make 4 million, 3 million, you made a couple of million, whatever you made, I don't know the numbers exactly. The money that they making that in a couple of months. Or for touring and streaming and all that, you acting. So I think him being in Atlanta, I think that shit, I don't know, that Atlanta shit, you know, shout out to Magic City, the ladies, man, and all them clubs out there. That shit is a good way to spend money. Like, worse enough, and then when you go to New York, you gotta spend money. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go, you spending money. You buying Chrome Heart jeans, Richard Mille. Like me, I'm about a Rolex, maybe AP. But you know the Richard Mille, you know how much them shits cost, right, Vlad? So you gotta think, maybe if he would have had some money aside for his pops, saved up, then he would have been good.
All right, Nation, there you have it. Now that should have been number 1 with Lil Meech.
They trolling, cause then this nigga Wack try to say, oh yeah, that Richie Mille that ain't even his. Like they trolling this nigga. They trolling. That shit was funny though. Oh, Little Baby comes over here, 4 pockets full. Like this nigga was not
Big Meech never got released early. Wow, that is deep. how would a son, you know what I'm saying, wouldn't want his father to be released from the penitentiary after damn near 20 years? So what he was alluding to is this. Ever since his dad, who basically came home,
he ain't say that.
You know, he's one of the biggest kingpin in the United States. And at one time, and basically he went away on a 30-year sentence and he got out a little early. But since then, while he was in there, they got his story out. BMF, season 1, 2, and 3. And Lil Meech was playing the part of his dad. 50 Cent, everybody know it, put him in acting school. 50 Cent gave him the opportunity. 50 Cent was mentoring him. But since his dad been home, what happened? His dad basically right now is, you know what, down on his luck. And you know what? It's kind of Lil Meech's fault that his dad is down on his luck. Because if you made, or your family made $5 million within 3 years, and then when your dad came home, he's broke. That's why he got to get in bed with the enemy. He got in bed with Rick Ross. And why he got in bed with Rick Ross, and you know what? Rick Ross and 50 do not get along. So once again, that's a conflict of interest. So automatically right now, guess what? Lil Meech was caught in a crossfire. So listen to what Wack got to say. And like I told you, I'll be back.
I bet Lil Meech saying, man, I wish your ass would have stayed in jail. I wish they wouldn't have let you out early.
Nah, I don't think so. That's a dad. I mean, Lil Meech would not be where he is right now if it wasn't for Big Meech. Right? There'd be no BMF if it wasn't for Big Meech. So there'd be no TV show.
Looking at that text, that wasn't in his dad's favor.
Well, yeah. I mean, he essentially called his dad broke. He said
and
that
50, you unfollowed me. Bro.
Hey, listen.
Yo, man, don't step out in the arena with me.
You unfollow
me. And you start managing this other dude.
Yeah.
My dad needed money for rent. Fuck Rick Ross. I know you for real. So now, if I was Big Meech, I'd tell Lil Meech you can't attend the concert. I wouldn't even let him attend. I'd respect the Ross for real.
So the question is, do you agree with Wack is saying? Do y'all feel there's some truth behind it? But once again, when you sit back and you look at it, man, like now, Lil Meech got to find a new hustle. Because if BMF going to be canceled, now he got to get out there. No, don't get me wrong. Despite 50 cut him off, he still got to trade. He's an actor. So now he got to get out there and like, look, guys, look, I need this role. He got to go from, you know what, like, brother, he got to go to L.A., you know what I'm saying, Hollywood to get a role. I go down to Georgia and try to hook up with Tyler Perry or anybody shooting down there. Even if he got to go out the country and get hooked up with a jobby job or acting job in Australia, you know what I'm saying, London, wherever you got to go. But he still got to trade that. Guess what? He can make money. Nobody can't take that trade away from him. But once again, like I told you, man, when you sit back and you look at it, you know, Wack got a point.
Let's think it out.
I think right now he is pissed off.
It's still there. And now everybody trying to expose him. Like, what the fuck? This shit gets crazy wild, bro. Now everybody's over here trying to expose him, trying to fucking do all this shit. Like, you gotta watch it, though. They try to get to know you to portray you.
Get that out, friend. You gotta tap in with me. She gets in the glass. He's not after like 2 hours, bro. Like, bro, I'm like, what the how did this get the couch? Why did I get the couch?
Boom, 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 boom. You know where it is, man. It's the boy OG Product, bring another edition. That Garrison News. Know the schlingo trap now, cause later, if a good mound nigga schmool as we should. Oh, man, goddamn. Things makes go, talk nice, mama. Anyway, man, we out here fooling that for, I don't mind. Pretty such mine. Flip, bow. Boom, 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 boom. People, trust up. No homo, no freaky up. No homo, no sneaky. So people, what you just seen in the introduction, man, is an Instagram, bop, man, excuse me, beloved, let me just introduce her correctly, man, a old school Instagram bop. Old school Instagram jump off who goes by the name of Selena Powell, doing beer gossiping, man, beer tabloids, as she's exposing Lil Meech, that she took Lil Meech, man, in the bathroom, man, with her homegirl, man, and she was cleaning Lil Meech rifle, man, shining Lil Meech Thule, giving Lil Meech a car wash, man, but she was saying Lil Meech stamina, man, was
that's how you know this
impeccable.
is some.
Because she
That's how
gave
you know
Lil
they all
Meech the
cooked up.
Gla
It's all like
3000, but Big Meech, I said Big Meech, oh man, goddamn, Lil Meech was still energized, man, like a
entertainment
bunny
business.
rabbit. So she called in her homegirl. She called for some assistance, man, some backup, but Lil Meech would not release. So like I said, people is clowning Lil Meech, man. Why? Because this is an Instagram thizzot, man. This is an Instagram bop who have more mileage on that little cat than a Greyhound bus, man. More mileage on that cat than an tow truck, man. More mileage on that cat than an old used Nissan Altima. Selena Powell, man, like I told y'all previously, have more bodies than a mob, man. More bodies than a funeral home, man. More bodies than a morgue. More bodies than a gravesite. More bodies than the Bloods and the Crips, man. The Nietas, the MS-13, the Mexican Mafia. More.
That's a fact. Shit like, yo, nah, hell no. What are you doing with that? And yo, 50. They trying to bring 50 for shutting down the show, shutting down the show with the fact that it's different. They did,
I never folded, never told, never will.
The legend himself is about to make history, and he's coming to the building. And guess what? People from all over the country are showing up. Detroit, St. Louis, California, and ATL, stand up. Can you imagine taking a picture with Rick Ross? You just want to sit back and soak it all in. And as for the drama between 50 Cent and Big Meech, things are getting even crazier. It looks like Meech is finally fighting back. You know how it goes. 50 Cent has been coming at Big Meech for a while now, calling him a rat and even dragging his family into it. But now Meech is flipping the script, dropping some big receipts on 50 that could change everything. Fans are calling 50 out for being a hypocrite, though. Apparently, he's known about the snitching rumors about Meech for years, but only started calling them out after Meech decided to team up with 50's longtime rival, Rick Ross. So, what's really going on here? Is 50 the rat he's been calling Meech, or is Meech just trying to protect his own reputation? Let's break it down.
When keep showing up next to that's an indication to me he might have some feelings towards me. That is just everywhere I got an issue. He show up around me. So I mean, you know, nigga, forget music. Because music ain't usually my motivation. My morals come off the curb. So if you keep being around, you don't fuck when you come around, how your antennas go up.
In case you haven't heard, 50 Cent is now beefing with Big Meech, and this could seriously be the end of the BMF series. It all started when Meech showed up in a video with Rick Ross, promoting a Welcome Home concert after his release from prison last October. If you know 50, then you know that was all it took for him to turn Meech into an enemy. And now, the legend himself is about to make history, with people coming from all over: Detroit, St. Louis, California, and ATL. Get ready. As soon as 50 Cent saw Big Meech hanging out with Rick Ross, he didn't hold back. He went straight for the jugular, calling Meech a rat. 50 jumped on social media, posting a picture of a rat with the words, "I think I'm Big Meech," taking a jab at Meech using Ross's own lyrics from BMF. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, 50 added a caption saying the biggest mistake he ever made was not keeping things good with Tammy Cowan, hinting at her tell-all doc that reveals everything. If you're not familiar with Tammy Cowan, she's
Yeah, Tammy Cowan.
Okay, now
she's a co-producer of the BMF Stars TV show.
Okay, and you're saying that she's an informant.
Definitely, 100%.
Okay.
She's been an informant since 2009. Tammy Cowens is Big Meech personal assistant / business partner / whatever you want to call. You know what I'm saying? Basically, she became,
Fans quickly started putting things together.
Act like he
If
didn't know
Meech
her.
trusted Tammy and she supposedly started working with the feds, could that mean Meech cooperated too? Let's be real, he served only 18 years of a 30-year sentence, which has people questioning everything. As for Meech, he wasted no time clapping back. Just a day after 50 Cent called him a rat, Meech hopped on Instagram with a petty response. He posted a pic of himself with 50, but slapped a rat emoji and cheese over 50's face, calling him an internet gangster. Meanwhile, Rick Ross jumped in, sharing a video roasting 50. At first, 50 Cent didn't pay much attention to Rick Ross and kept his focus on Big Meech, doubling down on the rat accusations. He went back to Instagram, reposting someone talking about the beef, and added a caption that said, "LOL bro, you gotta see the text messages. Big Screech sending ninjas is crazy out here." But then, 50 took things up a notch. He dropped a video of a man admitting to being a snitch, only they put Meech's face on it. Things got even crazier after that. 50 Cent edited Meech's face onto the guy in the video and wrote in the caption that Tammy Cowan was doing all his dirty work. He claimed her new tell-all would break it down, saying Screech directed her and hooked her up with people to help get his sentence reduced. But Big Meech wasn't having it. He dropped his own video, shutting down the snitching rumors and saying he's never snitched on anyone in his life.
I wasn't going to address this because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before the time, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family to come out to the Amaran Arena, February 13th.
Even though Meech denied the rumors, 50 Cent wasn't backing off. He fired right back, posting his response to Meech's denial and sticking to his accusations. This time, he brought up St. Louis kingpin Dion Cuffy Gatling, who's still in prison and has openly accused Meech of working with the feds against him. 50 wasn't slowing down at all.
You trick Cuff off the street.
I never folded, never told.
You
never
told Tammy to tell.
Before the time, always. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family.
Y'all gonna be disappointed when Lil Baby don't show up? When Skilla don't show up? When Vizzo don't show up? No, don't show up?
I wasn't going to address this. I'm not
You're reading drops, man. Look at you reading.
But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before the time, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family. Come out to the Amaran Arena.
He can't even go. He wants house arrest. He can't even go.
You already know 50 Cent wasn't done. He turned up the petty even more and pulled Big Meech's son, Lil Meech, into the drama. He exposed their texts and even threatened to kick Lil Meech off the BMF series. Lil Meech, who plays his dad on the show, texted 50 to confront him. He said, "They just told me you unfollowed me on Instagram, and now you're managing Skiller Baby with Rocket, when I was the one who brought him to you first, before you even knew who he was. Now you mad at me." Lil Meech was shocked. He said, "I'd give you the shirt off my back and this is how you treat me? Like I'm your enemy? I've always shown you love and loyalty. I go through my own stuff, but I never switched up on you." He also talked about Big Meech linking up with Rick Ross, saying it was all about making money and nothing personal. He wrote, "F Ross, but he gave my dad some money so he could pay his bills until the next season starts." Lil Meech was clearly confused, saying, "You know me in real life." But 50 Cent wasn't trying to hear any of it. 50
Ross ghosted him, Now Ross ghosted him, You see what you did, Ross? All this shit because of Ross, All this shit because of Ross.
50 Cent didn't hold back. He hit back hard, saying, "What next season? Lil Ninja?" Basically telling Lil Meech he wasn't part of the show anymore. Then, 50 took it up a notch in a follow-up post, trolling Lil Meech by saying his next acting role would be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. He even joked, "I'll give Mona Scott a call for him later today, pure pettiness." And just when it seemed like 50 had moved on from Rick Ross and all the drama, he shared another messy post, taking shots at both Ross and Big Meech's parenting. 50 pulled out some old. 50 Cent wasn't finished yet. He shared some old footage of Lil Meech with Rick Ross's daughter, Toy Roberts, from when they were dating. Then he took a shot at Lil Meech, asking why Ross didn't help his family while he was locked up. 50 wrote, "Why didn't Ross look out for Mimi and send him to acting school? Big screech, all your people did nothing for him. You come home thinking you're the Black Pablo Escobar and messed him up." Just to make sure everyone remembered, 50 reminded them that he's the reason Meech's family has been eating, while taking shots at Big Meech for. 50 Cent wasn't done messing with Lil Meech. He posted a pic of himself wearing Meech's jewelry and wrote, "I helped your family make over $5 million legit dollars. It's not my fault this all gone be. Give the baby back his jewelry." At the same time, 50 confirmed he's working on a documentary to expose Big Meech for allegedly snitching. He even shared a photo of Tammy Cowan, saying she's got all the receipts to prove Meech is a rat. In the caption, 50 wrote, "The truth and nothing but the truth. Tammy Cowan coming soon. She has all the paperwork and recorded phone calls, big screech." Just when things seemed like they couldn't get crazier, Rick Ross jumped back in, claiming he's about to produce his own movie about the Black Mafia family.
Yeah. So look, I do want to do a BMF film because you've been entertained by a lackluster, small budget series. Now it's time to do a big budget film. Which director? Shout out to my homie F. Gary Gray, Antoine Foucault, what's up? Tarantino. It's a lot of legends. This is gonna be big. I can feel it. I'm just talking.
Ross might want to rethink that movie idea. He's going to have a tough time getting it off the ground without 50 Cent's approval. Sources told TMZ that 50 owns the TV and film rights to the BMF story, and nothing's changing there. On top of that, TMZ confirmed that 50's G-Unit Film Division is already working on a project about Tammy Cohen's life. So, the BMF saga is about to get even bigger. Fast forward to February 13th. The Welcome Back Legacy concert for Big Meech was all set to happen, but then out of nowhere, the news dropped that it was canceled. The Emirat Bank Arena, where the concert was supposed to be, posted on social media saying the show was called off due to unforeseen circumstances and that refunds would be available. Of course, 50 Cent wasted no time jumping on Instagram with his usual trolling, saying, "I had nothing to do with this. Please stop calling my phone." He kicked things off with a simple message, wishing everyone a nice day and saying, "Happy Valentine's Day." Then he reminded everyone, "I'm stronger than you think I am." After that, he posted again, joking, "If you bought an outfit and were ready to turn up, I apologize for whoever is responsible." Let's get to that. But he wasn't done yet. 50 also shared a post of fans complaining that he was behind the Big Meech concert being canceled, with the caption, "I apologize for your trip to Miami, but people have been playing with me, so you know, let's link up when you get here." Back in the city, 50 Cent trolled Lil Meech again, mocking him about his dad messing up his money. 50 posted, "See, Mimi, your dad is out of touch. He thinks he's the Black Pablo Escobar, but he's messing up your whole vibe." Fans are divided on this one. Some think 50 is being way too petty, still holding onto his old beef with Rick Ross for no reason. But there's also a lot of people backing 50, saying he's all about loyalty. If you team up with the enemy, you're asking for trouble. Now, some fans are calling 50 Cent a hypocrite. They're pointing out that he's trying to take the high road on the whole snitching issue with Big Meech, but they say 50 isn't exactly innocent when it comes to hanging around people he calls snitches. One fan even asked, if 50 knew all along that Meech was a snitch, why is it a big deal now? Another fan said, It's time to admit 50 Cent is no better than the people he's always calling out. He's a snake and a dry snitch, and all this Big Meech drama proves it. Honestly, 50 Cent is looking a little goofy in this Big Meech situation. So, he knew Meech was a snitch the whole time, but now he's calling it out just because Meech made a video with Rick Ross? It's really messing with Lil Meech's career, and it's not a good look. What do you think? Is 50 right to call out Big Meech for teaming up with Rick Ross, or is he being a hypocrite for bringing up the snitching now? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't miss the next video.
This is my comeback. Start yours at Purdue Global.
50 and Meech, that data. We just have to find out that like I said, we'll never know to the Tammy Cohen, so we don't know if that's real, if it's not real, till all that shit comes out, so it's just gonna be, we're gonna have to stay tuned to that. Cuffy, oh yeah, Cuffy, you heard what Cuffy said, so we got to stay more legit to what Cuffy's saying too, you heard, we stand more with than ever, so more or less, you gotta stay more righteous than ever, you know who's elevated you in, that's God's elevated, on the way to the top, God chose you because he knew he could trust you, God's best kept secret, we're doing our Million Man March right here on YouTube, building our parents, I rock Luther King X, don't forget the Kennedy, you heard like I mean, and so act like it, a lot of people moving flaky, so you gotta understand that everything just the myth is just what it is, what you see, what you perceive it to be, you know what I'm saying? I can't stir your mind or move your mind. Life's what you want it to be, you know what I'm saying? What you wanted to care about, what you don't care about, what you do care about, what it is, what it's not, living is living, and make sure you're having a full life, taking everything in. That's just what it is, GG's, a lot of nonsense, is just to go out the window, you know what I'm saying? Growth is everything, and everybody's just growing, and we here to grow, even Meech, even 50, even everybody, that's just what it is, GG, no one gets the bad hand and stick, everybody could do whatever they feel, their emotions, whatever they feel, is just, it is what it is, that's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? But like I mean, and so that's one thing we gotta start with, and they ain't hurting, you know what I'm saying? They ain't hurting at all, so let's not get it twisted. They living their life. Everybody's living their life, It's just, it is what it is. It's just a chess game that's going to get pushed, so agendas could get messed with. So GG, Taina, School Brown, Salon for School with Steve. You heard? Because if you mark it, we're going to spark it. If you ping it, we're going to sting it. If you drop the load, we're going to flock this load. You heard? If you tag it, we're bringing static. Hyenas.